Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Marvin Ponce. Ponce was shot and killed on Wednesday, August 3rd, 2016, at the intersection of Brooks and 7th Avenue in Venice, according to LA County coroner records. Gregory Weary was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. On August 3rd, 2016, victim Marvin Ponce was working as a traffic technician at a construction site near the intersection of 7th and Brooks Avenues in Venice. On that day, he was wearing a short-sleeved shirt which revealed tattoos associated with a Hispanic gang, the Avenues. At approximately 4:05 p.m., Hughes and Hewitt were driving back to their office when they stopped at the intersection of 7th and Brooks. As their vehicle began to enter the intersection, they saw Ponce run in front of their car while being chased by a second man, later identified as defendant, wearing a black hoodie jacket, a mask that covered the lower half of his face, basketball shorts, and latex gloves. The man doing the chasing appeared to be 5 feet 8 inches to 6 feet tall and weighed between 160 to 190 pounds. Based on the skin color of his legs, Hughes and Hewitt believe he was black. As Hughes and Hewitt watched, the masked man shot Ponce once in the back from point-blank range with a large chrome-plated handgun. Ponce fell to the street in front of their vehicle, and Hughes and Hewitt saw the assailant shoot him a second time. The shooter, after tucking the handgun in the waistband of his shorts, fled the scene running west down the 600 block of Brooks Avenue. Hughes backed his vehicle out of the intersection, drove around Ponce, parked, and called 911. Ruben Beretta, Ponce's friend and co-worker, heard the gunshots and ran to the intersection of 7th and Brooks Avenues. Beretta found Ponce lying face down on the street with 2 gunshot wounds, one to his back and one to his head. After turning Ponce over and seeing that he was dead, Beretta covered Ponce's face with a safety vest. One of the first police officers to arrive at the crime scene, a gang enforcement officer for the Pacific Division of the LAPD, observed Ponce's gang tattoos and advised the investigating detectives that a gang motive might be behind the shooting. When interviewed by detectives, Beretta, an Avenues gang member, stated that there had been tension between the construction workers and individuals who might have been local gang members. A little over 3 weeks after the shooting, police detectives spoke to Witness Gonzalez. He said he had seen the defendant moments before the shooting. Elaborating, Gonzalez said he and his girlfriend Lopez were riding their bicycles in the area, and Gonzalez saw the defendant standing in the entrance of a walkway, wearing a mask, a zip-up hoodie, and light-colored basketball shorts. Gonzalez said he knew the man was defendant, notwithstanding the mask, because he had met and seen defendant on several prior occasions and recognized his eyes. The detective showed Gonzalez a photograph of defendant wearing a mask, and Gonzalez confirmed the mask looked similar to what he saw defendant wearing on the day of the shooting. Gonzalez also told the detectives that after seeing defendant, he and Lopez rode their bicycles to the home of Brandon Washington. The detectives subsequently interviewed Washington, one of defendant's cousins and a member of Venice Shoreline Crips, a street gang that claimed territory near the shooting. At the time of the shooting, Washington lived around the corner from the intersection where Ponce was shot. Washington said he saw defendant on the day of the murder about a block from the crime scene and near where Ponce had been working most of the day. Police detectives obtained surveillance video from 2 stores near where the shooting occurred, a Rite Aid pharmacy and a Ralph's grocery store. The videos depict defendant in the area just over an hour before the shooting. Defendant is wearing a blue hat, a white t-shirt, and carrying a backpack, and the backpack appears to have an item of clothing with a black drawstring, which could have been a black hoodie, hanging from one of his straps. Detectives also obtained photographs from defendant's social media accounts, which among other things showed him wearing a mask and a black hoodie. Based on the photographs from defendant's social media accounts, police determined defendant was a member of Venice Shoreline Crips. In March 2017, 7 months after Ponce's murder, the investigating detectives directed other officers to arrest defendant. The arrest was not made pursuant to an arrest warrant. Later that same day, following the arrest, the detectives conducted a Perkins operation in which defendant was placed in a holding cell with a paid police informant. The conversation between defendant and the informant was video and audio recorded, and it was also monitored live by detectives from a nearby listening post in the police station. During his jail cell conversation with the Perkins informant, defendant made a number of incriminating statements. Defendant admitted he was a member of Venice Shoreline Crips. Without identifying Ponce by name, defendant told the agent he shot Ponce close up. When asked about what happened to the pistol he used in the shooting, defendant said the gun was supposed to be buried and he only told one person about its location. Defendant said he didn't think he left any DNA at the crime scene because he was wearing latex gloves. Defendant also stated he did not return to the crime scene after the police arrived. He burned the clothes he was wearing and he threw his shoes in the trash. Following the trial, the jury found defendant guilty of first-degree murder and found true of the firearm allegations. Pursuant to the prosecution's request, the trial court dismissed the gang allegation in the interest of justice after the jury was unable to reach a verdict. The court sentenced defendant to 50 years to life in state prison. Marvin Ponce was 37 years old at the time of death.